All right, next up, we're going to head to New York City and welcome back Bert Lee.
Greetings, QuaranPalooza QuaranPalooza and it's a pleasure to be here. And on the occasion of this um, glum day, you guys are being brutalized by the winter, and it's cold out, but we're not getting any of that business. Makes me wonder what's going on. Ooh, makes me wonder. This first tune is a tune I wrote back in about 1998 when I couldn't play guitar because of an injury to my hands and wrists. So I wrote this tune originally for the synthesizer and MIDI and electronics. But just in the last year, I've readapted it and rewritten it, and it is called "Soon Your Tears Be Over." In this world of trouble, child, everyone has grown up wild, and sometimes I think there's nothing that can save us. We've turned our backs on one another, turned away from earth, our mother, and squandered all the riches that she gave us. In every town and village, deep into the night, in their beds, the restless sleepers turning. Down along the waterways and on the city walls, nightmen work to keep the watchfires burning. Little darling, don't you have no fear, don't you worry now, 'cause I'll be here, sure as the white dove that spreads her wings, to rise to the light that the morning brings, and as sure as the changing of the moon, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling. In these days of hate and war, it's hard to know just who you are, or if there's something greater you belong to. Is there someone who will take your hand and try to help you understand, or only someone you can sing your broken song to? Sailors on the ocean praying for the sight of land, how they look out to find the lighthouse angels sweeping. Babies in the cradle on the wings of lullaby, oh sweet sister, hold her safely in your keeping. Little darling, don't you have no fear, don't you worry now, 'cause I'll be here, sure as the white dove that spreads her wings, to rise to the light that the morning brings, and as sure as the changing of the moon, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. Soon your tears be over, darling, soon. soon your tears be over. And hopefully that is the case. Hopefully that is the case. This is one of the first songs I ever wrote. I was 16 years old, going on 17, and I was deeply influenced by Donovan, I guess, because people in my generation, they either went one way or the other with Donovan, and I went that way because he was a wonderful singer. So this is my attempt to write a Donovan-esque kind of tune, and it's kind of tender and loving, and it's I hope you like it. It's called Evelyn. Beside a water wheel, Don was laying diamonds in the grass. My Evelyn looked gently down. Water was her looking glass. The snow had come and gone. Shoots of May were pushing through the ground. A bird did sing on every bough. Lord, it made the softest sound. Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you, where are you going to, and when will you be back again? Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you, where are you going to, and when will you be back again? The snow had come and gone, and the shoots of May were pushing through the ground. A bird did sing on every bough. Lord, it made the softest sound. Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you, where are you going to, and when will you be back again? I hardly know you, where are you going to, and when will you be back again? Beside a water wheel. There you go. So that's Evelyn. Thank you. I can hear the applause echoing across the landscape. Oh, I see nice chats popping up there. This is such a pleasure to do this, and I thank John for pulling this together against the odds this month for so many reasons and making it into the success that it continues to be. And I hope it continues because it's such a great event, and hope I can bring more people into it and make everybody happy by increasing how much money we can donate to worthy causes. Worthy causes. This is a tune. I wrote a book a few years ago, I guess 3 or 4 now, about my grandfather's life, and then I wrote a book about my father's life and a book about mine. And in the course of writing those books, I decided to pin each book with a certain detail, a feature that would pop up progressively in the books. And it started out with, because the first book was called Dead Man's Coat, my great-grandfather's coat, which was handed down to my grandfather, who rode around the desert with it as a saddle blanket, and then he gave it to my grandmother, and she hung it on a scarecrow, and the crows ate it. Basically, it didn't do much to scare the crows. And so in all those books, that's the thread, if, as you will, that goes down. And this song was written concerning that scarecrow and the blackbirds. Flat pick. Blackbird sitting on a fence post, laughing like he knows some kind of joke. I fail to see what's so funny. My whole world just went up in smoke. Won't you let me in on the joke? Scarecrow dancing in a cornfield, dancing while the wind blows him around. Sometimes I feel like that scarecrow, watching over my dry patch of ground, while the wind just blows me around. There's a strange kind of music in the branches of the trees, like a song on a broken guitar. And those crows on a fence don't make any more sense than some crazy fool in a bar who sing a broke down honky-tonk waltz, a broke down honky-tonk waltz. Blackbird flies over to the scarecrow. It doesn't scare him a bit, just sits on his shoulder to mock him and laughs at his own senseless wit. That scarecrow doesn't scare him a bit. Blackbird, fly away from my shoulder. Blues, fly away from my heart. I've had this shadow upon me, darling, since we've been apart. Oh, blues, fly away from my heart. There's a weird melody that hangs in the breeze, like a calliope gone out of tune. And those crows sing a song that's all busted and wrong by the cold light of the old crooked moon. They sing a broke down honky-tonk waltz, a broke down honky-tonk waltz, a broke down honky-tonk. And that's the Blackbird and Scarecrow. Thank you, John. Take care of that hand of yours, brother.
Well,
That wasn't your angry gesturing finger, was it? Okay. As long maybe it's me, God trying to tell you something. I don't know.
a true New Yorker. What can I say?
I'm a true New Yorker. That's me all the way. New York, where the streets are paved with sarcasm.
Yes.
All righty. How much time do I have? Time for 2 or 3?
Oh, hold on. I was just looking at that. Craig Greenberg is next. He's at 2:10, and it's 1:55. So
Okay, I think I have time for you. I'll do 2 and see where that takes us. Okay. This is a tune from a cycle of cowboy songs that I wrote in the last 10 years, and the 2 tunes are called Butterfly and Calamity Jane, and I've joined them together in the middle to turn them into kind of one continuous song, and here goes. I have a little pony with star drops in her eyes. Her coat is black as Chinese silk, and I call her Butterfly. I ride her in the valley where the river water's sweet. She drinks it like a lady, and she prances with her feet. The eagle on the wing is chasing circles under the sun, and lightning doesn't stand a chance when you see my pony run. Her mane flies out like fire when she's running with the wind, and I know she'll never throw me, 'cause that pony is my friend. I started out in Dallas, since that's where I was raised. Took up a life of gambling, and all my luck be praised. I went out to California where the streets were paved with mud. I bought a pair of pistols, and I learned to thrive on blood. I shot a man in anger over something that he said, and I had to give up gambling when the gold turned into lead. I left all that behind me, and I'm running with the wind. I know they'll never find me, 'cause that pony is my friend. Well, I started out from Reno, but the desert got too big. I lost all my provisions, and all of my water dried. My pretty little pony fell down and broke a leg. I sent her to her maker, and I laid down by her side. The buzzard on the wing is tracing circles in the sand, and a man cries out for water who's got diamonds in his hand. Now I've come to higher ground, the river's just begun, and I look down from my mountaintop and watch my pony run. I have a little pony with star drops in her eyes. Her coat is black as Chinese silk, and I call her Butterfly. I ride her in the valley where the river water's sweet. She drinks it up like champagne wine and prances with her feet. I ride her in the hilly land where the river's just begun, and I climb up on the mountaintop just to watch my pony run. Calamity Jane comes down from the hills like the thunder and rain. A 6-gun goddess, 5 bullets shy. No one can tell if her life is a lie. Comes down from the hills like the wild night wind. Everybody knows her, but she hasn't got a friend. She's got a room upstairs in the Deadwood Bar. A dime novel hero and a rodeo star. Shoots down dreams like bottles on a shelf, standing at the mirror and talking to herself. Jane, tall as a crane, who can believe and who can explain if her life is a legend or the legend is a lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She rode with General Crook at Rosebud Hill. She shot like the devil, but she never made a kill. There's no need to kill them when the hard times will. She rode in the circus just to give them a thrill, standing up in the saddle and never took a spill. But they only came to see old Buffalo Bill. Jane, tall as a crane, lying in bed with a fever in her brain, trying to sort out all the things she did. from the things she didn't and the things she hid. Oh, what is the truth and what is the lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. Shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. Thank you, John. Glad you enjoyed that. Is Craig ready, or do I have a song left?
Bleh. You definitely have time for another one.
Oh, great. I'll give you one more, and
Translation.
then I'll get out of Dodge. I'll dodge the watermelons that are being thrown at my head. Okay. Well, this is a day in which we all need to push back against anger and hatred. And I'm going to leave you with this, which is a kind of sad song, which I wrote when all that horrible shit went on in Uvalde, Texas. And I swore that every time something bad happened, I would post this online with another verse added to it. And it probably grew to about 100 verses, but I'll just sing the first couple of verses for you here. It's called Brother Sun and Sister Moon. It was on a Tuesday morning. Kids were playing on the floor when the shots rang down the hall. Teacher tried to lock the door. Silence all your laughter, your Frere Jacques rounds. Hide beneath your desks and chairs. Hush now, make no sound. Like the errant hand of wind that steals a child's balloon, another shot rings out too near, too quickly and too soon. Boy child with a warrior's gun has come into the room. Come to gather flowers before they have a chance to bloom. She was only 8 years old, never will be 9. She was just a child of yours, or else a child of mine. Leave your flowers at the door, black rose and columbine. She was just a child of yours, or else a child of mine. She'll never know the names of clouds that come and go too soon, or the reason there are rainbows, brother sun and sister moon. Behold the mighty bureaucrats who hide behind their desks. Hear their mumbled platitudes behind their solemn masks. And all they have to offer are these useless thoughts and prayers. She was just a child of ours and not a child of theirs. They can't recall the magic years that come and go too soon, or the reason there are children, brother sun and sister moon. Leave your flowers at the door. How useless they all seem. just remember how we sang that life is but a dream. Well, bless you all, and welcome my buddy Craig Greenberg. Come to entertain you next, and if you're ever in New York, look me up, and if I'm running an open mic, come on, drop on by. I'm hoping to do that this year. I'm doing a lot more live work out in the world at large, and thank you once again, John Ryback, for all your hard work. So long, everybody.
I don't see Craig. I don't think Craig is here. And I definitely can't play. Or else I jump in, you know me. Do you want to do one more and I'll send him a message?
Uno más grande. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll send him a message.
I'll we're getting some weird weather here, so who knows? He might have been Our old Italian neighborhood has turned Chinese, maybe for good. Water, water everywhere. The ghetto has been gentrified. The first folks have been pushed aside. Doesn't matter if it's fair. It's the same thing everywhere. The Indians who once lived here, they made their trade in hunting deer. Water, water everywhere. They made a bargain with the Dutch that really didn't leave them much, but the Dutchmen didn't care. Money, money everywhere. Now the hippies have all moved upstate. The hipsters came to take their place. Maybe the only difference is the hair. And the little shops you could afford to shop in once, they now are boarded. But the building owners, they don't care. It's the same thing everywhere. Well, the water just goes where it will. You know it always flows downhill. Rivers running everywhere. And who are you and I, the kid? It just does what it always did. It just goes where it's meant to be, flowing till it finds the sea. Water, water everywhere. Now the music shops have all shut down, and New York is a rich man's town. Doesn't matter if it's fair. And the only music that remains is while you're waiting for the trains. You can tip them if you care. Oh, so much free music everywhere. Well, the money just goes where it must. It's all about the boom or bust. Oh, buddy, have you got a dime to spare? And who are you and I, the kid? It settles for the lowest bid. The bottom line is where it goes. That's just the way the money flows. Doesn't matter if it's fair. Now in my new Chinese neighborhood, the people that I meet are good. It's the same thing everywhere. No matter where they come from, friend, they're only people in the end. It's not their fault, they had to settle there. People, people everywhere. People trying just to be everywhere like you and me, like water flowing to the sea, going where we're meant to be. Water, water Water, 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 water everywhere. Has good buddy Craig showed up yet?
Yep.
Alrighty, Craig, nice to see you here, and see you folks next month or sometime in between if you catch one of my other online or New York shows. Be well, everybody.
Thanks, Bert. Great set.